Good afternoon, teacher.
Good afternoon. I have good news for you. We're gonna have an individual test on Kahoot today, which will be counted as your first individual assignment. What a surprise! So please get yourself ready for it. Let me check. Okay, shall we begin the test now, guys?
Already for it, doctor.
Okay, well done. Okay, let's go for it. Did you read my message? Guys,
Yes.
Yahi, who is Yahi? Who is the crab? And who is Auntie? Jesus. This will be counted as your individual assignment. So please use your full name instead of nickname, guys. A, baby, Sam, VV, NTTA. No, please use your full name. Do you hear me? I'm gonna kick this player out of the room. VV. PH Trang. Zet Nhi. NT.
Chơi như các con tên đó thầy ơi.
Pardon? Say again, please. Juju Funding, Baby OK.
Đó là tên
ơi,
mấy bạn Lào á
cái
thầy
tên
ơi.
của mấy bạn quốc tế thầy.
Tên của ai?
Dạ mấy bạn đó là mấy bạn du học sinh.
Mấy bạn nào?
Dạ Sofuntin với lại bạn Chay á thầy.
Ồ. Rồi danh sách mình có mấy bạn đó hả?
Thầy nó không đủ chỗ em ghi viết tắt được thầy.
Viết tắt được nhưng mà tên họ và tên surname với lại first name là phải ghi đầy đủ cho thầy.
Dạ.
Dạ thầy ơi, hồi nãy thầy kick em ra nên em không ghi lại cái tên gốc được đó thầy.
Em dùng mở pin vô lại đi.
Dạ, ý là nó kêu là that nickname has already been taken.
Hồi nãy thầy kick em la và giờ nó cho em lỗi tên luôn thầy.
Nói cho em sao? Bắt em sao?
Lỗi cái tên luôn là thầy.
Rồi bây giờ thầy thoát ra hết cái group này nha. Rồi thầy tạo lại nha. Các bạn dùng tên đầy đủ của các bạn. Nếu như tên đầy đủ dài quá thì các bạn ghi họ. Rồi sau đó là tên lót các bạn ghi tắt. Và tên surname các bạn ghi đầy đủ. First name các bạn ghi đầy đủ cho thầy. Thầy lấy ví dụ ha. Nguyễn Thị Phúc Trâm đúng không? Thì mình sẽ ghi là Nguyễn T.P. và sau đó là Trâm. Hình dung được mấy đứa? Rồi.
Dạ được ạ.
Rồi thầy tạo lại nha. Sorry, Castle. I didn't realize that it's your real name. Sorry for it. Do you hear me, Castle? Are you ready, guys? Shall we go?
Yes.
Okay.
Wait a minute, teacher.
1 more minute. Okay, here we go. No more waiting. Well done. 19 students got it right. The Western mentioned about the internal environment. So internal environment includes factors that we have full control, or we can count those factors as controllable. Well done. Political factor. Oh, is the correct answer. Congratulations, 25 students got it right. It's easy peasy, is it? Accept supplier. Suppliers is a factor at the microenvironment, not macroenvironment. So supplier is the correct answer. Next. It's easy peasy. Technology. What is going on? Corporate culture is one aspect of the internal environment. Corporate culture. So can we control our corporate culture, guys? Yes, we can. It's a controllable factor. So you need to categorize it as an internal environmental factor. Most of you choose the green one. Oh, the question mentioning political instability. Low political instability index. So Singapore is the correct answer. not Pakistan. Pakistan has a high political instability index. Okay, it's much better now. Politically instability is not indicated by low exchange rate. It's correct. Okay, let's move on. "28 student got it right. Congratulations, guys. You understand the chapter 2 and chapter 3 very well. Next. Is it difficult, guys? Guys. So, which is not, okay, an example of individualism? So, students work collaboratively to reach consensus, submitting one wish. This is what we call collectivism, and it's not an example of individualism. So this is the correct one. Meanwhile, other answers can be seen as individualism. Ooh. Happiness or sadness index is not an index of Hofstadter cultural dimension. So the green one is the correct answer. So what's going on? Most of you choose this one, the blue one. Okay, you need to read the question carefully. I asked you about which is not one of Hofstadter cultural dimension. Be careful of the question.
Teacher, I lost the connect and I lose the question.
So please log in back. How many questions did you miss?
Till this question.
Two
guess.
what? Okay, I wait for 1 minute. Please log in back.
Yeah.
Hurry up. Are you ready, ladies?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, move on. High power system manager are privileged based on power. That's what I mentioned in your last session. Friendly, no, it's not. Accessible, no. Empowering of others, no. This can be seen as low power system, not high power system. So the yellow one is the correct one. It's easy peasy. It's mentioning the external environment. So it's the environment that can be divided into macro and micro environment. Okay, so 26 students got it right, and it's my mistake to show this picture. Actually, this picture about the micro external environment. So as you can see in the picture, competitors is one of the key factors at the micro external environment. So it's easy, easy. Competitors is the correct one. Meanwhile, political, legal, or social factor can be seen as factor at the micro external environment, not micro. What's happening? Research objectives are tools created to find information to solve the research problem. That's what I mentioned in your previous session. I didn't mention that researchers they reflect the short-term marketing goals of the organization. I didn't say that, but most of you choose the blue one. I don't know what's happening. The most important part of the marketing research process is to define the problem. It's the first step in the marketing research process. Solve the problem. It's silly. Okay, as I told you already, be careful of the question. The problem confronting the decision maker. This is very important information. I asked you about the problem confronting the decision maker. I didn't ask about the problem confronting the researcher. So be careful. So confronting the decision maker must be management decision problem, not marketing research problem. Is it clear, guys? If I reframe the question in this way, the problem confronting the researcher is typically referred to as the, and then you can choose the blue one. But in this case, the yellow one is the correct answer. Is it clear? Guys, are you listening?
Yes, yes.
Lot of cells. Which of the following can be seen as symptoms? I asked you about symptom, not problem. So, lot of cell is the correct answer. And our answer can be seen as problem, not symptom. Is it clear, guys?
Yes.
Okay, for the problem, unethical treatment of customer can be seen as a problem, as a research problem. Meanwhile, low traffic, loss of sale, decreased market share are the research problem. Are the research symptom, not problem. I'm sorry, my mistake. Why? Because these aspects are observable. You can see, you can observe. For example, a decrease or a decline in market share, or a low traffic of your own website, or loss of sale. That's why we can observe, we can see. And they are not the main cause of a research problem. Unethical treatment of customer in the case can be seen as a research problem. Be careful between symptom and problem. Okay, I asked you about a marketing research objective. So a marketing research objective need to focus on information. What information we as a researcher need to collect to solve the research problem. And how about this answer? To set a penetration price for our new products, to increase our market share, to increase our customer brand awareness. This can be seen as management objective, not research objective. Is it clear? Are you with me or not?
Yes, yes.
Okay. The last question. Okay. Focus groups, observation, and prospective techniques are data collection methods in qualitative research. Meanwhile, surveys and experiments are two data collection methods in quantitative research. And this question is about the data collection methods in quantitative research, not qualitative. Do you see? So survey is the correct answer. Are you happy with it? Do you have any question for?
Not quite happy.
Okay.
I've run too many, doctor.
Okay, let's see. It doesn't matter whether you on the first play or second play. I'm gonna count your correct answer for the test. And you now I'm gonna show you full report. Okay, so I'm gonna turn off my screen for a while because I need to put my password. I don't want you guys to see my password so you can change the results. So I'm
Thầy
gonna.
ơi,
Yeah, I'm listening.
nãy em chơi đến câu 14 xong rồi nó ao em ra, khi em vào lại thì là nó mất hết điểm của từ câu 1 đến câu 14 luôn á.
Let me check.
Em là Phương Thanh thầy ạ.
Okay, Phương Thanh. Got it. Wait a minute, guys. Pull. Live cam. Okay. Got your result here. Okay, so let's check. I'm gonna show you your point for the test. Let me know if you have any problem with it. Okay. Mai Thị Ngọc Hân. Score answer 90%. 9 điểm. Got 9 for your first individual assignment. 99976. Oh, it's not too high. What's happening? Do you see your mark? Guys. Hồi nãy bạn nữ tên gì vậy?
Dạ em Phương Thanh ạ.
Phương Thanh hả?
Dạ thầy ơi, em là Võ Ngọc Trúc Vi. Hồi nãy em cũng bị mất connection đó thầy, tới 2-3 lần gì rồi em có đăng nhập lại.
Võ Ngọc Trúc Vi hả?
Võ Ngọc Trúc Vi thầy.
Ý là khi vào lại á, là nó không có cho trùng tên được có thầy, mà khi đổi qua tên khác là nó mất hết cái điểm của lúc đầu mình chơi luôn.
So what should I do? Okay, who is high? Guys. Ai đặt tên là Hai vậy? Hello guys.
Dạ em, tại vì nãy em bị trễ á thầy, cái em lật đật đặt đại để vô luôn cho kịp.
Trời ơi, sinh viên ơi là sinh viên. Em là ai?
Dạ Trâm Anh.
Trâm Anh, trời ơi thầy. Bó tay sinh viên.
Tại em vô lật.
Dùng full name nha. Cái này là lấy điểm.
Dạ.
Rồi, bây giờ thầy giải quyết sao đây? Cho trường hợp hai bạn vô sau hả? Teacher finish. Ngô Tuấn Phúc. Vi hả? Võ Ngọc Trúc Vi.
Dạ đúng rồi thầy, em vô lại tới 3 lần nữa. Vẫn là tên Võ Ngọc Trúc Vi mà em có xóa bớt mấy cái dấu cách.
Võ Ngọc Trúc Vi, đâu để thầy coi. Này 25% hả? Còn bên này thầy thấy có Vũ Ngọc Trúc Vi là em hả? Cũng là Vi hả Vi?
Dạ Vũ Ngọc Trúc Vi là em đó thầy ơi.
Ủa vậy hả? Lớp có đến 2 Vi được hả? Vũ Ngọc Trúc Vi, Võ Ngọc Trúc Vi không có đây hả?
Hồi nãy thầy bấm qua bên kia em có thấy Phương Thanh đó thầy.
Có. Đó là những người chưa có hoàn thành. Võ Ngọc Trúc Vi. Võ Ngọc Trúc Vi là đợi thầy xíu nha. Võ Ngọc Trúc Vi.
Ở bên đây có một cái 15% với lại một cái 25% là của em.
Thấy rồi, Võ Ngọc Trúc Vi làm 2-3 lần lận đúng không em? Thì thầy sẽ tính các câu đúng cho em nha. Hay sao Vi? Em muốn sao?
Dạ.
Võ Ngọc Trúc Vi 5%, 15%, 25%.
Thầy ơi,
Sao em?
em á, trăm á thầy, em cũng bị out ra 2 lần lận á thầy, xong rồi em có 2 lần đăng nhập đó thầy.
Trăm, cái gì trăm?
Dạ Phúc Trăm á thầy. Một cái là cái tên Trăm của em là không dấu, một cái là có dấu thầy.
Ok.
Em out ra luôn á thầy ơi.
Nguyễn Thị Phúc Trâm hả? Bây giờ sao? Thầy thấy rồi. Rồi không sao thì những câu trả lời em trả lời đúng là nó vẫn ghi nhận lại ở đây hết Trâm.
Mà em đi vô là mất mấy câu luôn á thầy.
Bây giờ sao giờ? Sao thầy biết ai bị mất mấy câu, ai bị rớt mạng? Mấy đứa giờ giải quyết làm sao?
Thầy giờ tính câu đúng với thầy chứ bây giờ cũng
Thì thầy chỉ tính câu đúng thôi, chứ bây giờ đâu có thể nào mà người kêu em bị mất 2 câu, người mất 3 câu rồi giờ sao, cuối cùng là không lẽ giờ thầy tính lại cho cả lớp, đúng không các bạn? Okay. Sorry guys, please wait for a couple of minutes. I need to download the results. Okay, so I'm going to put it here. I'm going to put the results on MS Teams, so every one of you can see the results. Let me check. Nothing happened. What's going on? Okay, so Mai Thị Ngọc Hân, let's see if can get the first one. Polyphasals. Hồi nãy bạn nữ nói 2 là tên gì vậy bạn?
Dạ Mai Trâm Anh.
Mai Trâm Anh. Rồi. Gonna put it here. Wait a minute. It's lagging. Okay. So do you see the Excel file for your first individual assignment? You see it, guys? Oh, I forgot to enter. Okay, now we oh my goodness. We're going to continue with chapter 4, International Market Entry Strategy. Here are the learning objectives of chapter 4. At the end of this chapter, you will be able to distinguish between push and pull factors for international expansion. And you can understand criteria for selecting our target markets, as well as understand the important factors for its alternative market entry strategy. Finally, you will be able to recognize the managerial trade-off between the alternative modes of market entry.
Thầy ơi, cho em xin đi chích ngừa nha thầy.
What's your name?
Nguyễn Thành Lợi.
How long is it gonna last for your vaccination?
Là sao thầy?
When you come back?
Dạ, tại em chích mũi 2 thầy, chắc khoảng 2 giờ rưỡi.
Until?
Dạ em cũng không chắc nữa thầy, tại vì còn phải đo huyết áp đủ thứ nữa.
Rồi, ok. Tên em là gì? Nói lại đi.
Dạ Nguyễn Thành Lợi ạ.
Nguyễn Thành Lợi phải không? Rồi. Thầy ghi chú lại rồi, có gì lát nữa thầy điểm danh cho. Được rồi em.
Cảm ơn thầy.
Dạ, nhớ coi bài nha.
Dạ.
So, what are the major drive for the Coca-Cola company to look for international expansion, guys? What do you think?
I think because in that time, in about 1990, globalization policy required business that want to be successful to have greater flexibility, the ability to respond to a new global environment. So the Coca-Cola company to look for the international expansion.
Okay, I'll repeat the question again. What are the major drives for the Coca-Cola company to look for international expansion?
I think it's the globalization policy in the 1990, and so it required business that want to be successful to have a greater flexibility and the ability to respond to a new global environment.
You didn't mention any major rise for Coca-Cola expansion at all. We already studied the major rise for international company to look for international markets. Can you give me some reason for international expansion?
Bảo với Huy có nói
Yes, Bảo Huy. I'm listening.
If you can notice that the bottle plant in of Coca-Cola is built or established in this country, which has cheap labor and have.
You mentioned
yes.
about cheap labor forces. Okay, good.
Yeah,
so,
and these countries are very very suitable weather for growing sugarcane, which is like major ingredients for the Coca-Cola recipe.
What are the answer? Do you hear it, guys? Sugarcane. No. Okay, you mentioned about the cheap labor forces of the international markets is one of major rise for Coca-Cola. What else? So you got one major rise, correct. But how about other major rise for Coca-Cola for its international expansion?
I want to add information.
Yes, just go ahead.
Yes. I think Coca-Cola is want to expand the market because they want to access the customer.
So what are the benefits for its expansion into the foreign markets? What are the benefits?
I think they have more customer, and they also have, they have more plan to produce more Coca-Cola product, and then they will provide this product to another market.
That's not what you learned in chapter 1. Do you remember the detail in chapter 1, guys?
reduce the cost.
Yes, in order to reduce the marketing cost. How? By leveraging operation by scale, or we call it economy of scale. Do you remember it?
Yes.
And another major drive for Coca-Cola for its expansion is to take advantage of the know-how knowledge, such as knowledge of how to do things and save costs on research and development. You can spend specific amount of money for R&D in one country, and then can use the result of that research to apply in other country, and to obtain the strategic value of the geographic location, such as being close to the target market or make use of the cheap labor forces. That's what you learn in chapter 1, guys. And now we study in chapter 4, but you forgot what you have learned in chapter 1. Okay, anyways, just move on. I'm gonna give 1 bonus point for the guys who mentioned the cheap labor forces.
Thank you so much, Doctor.
Okay, you're welcome. So, in order to expand our business in foreign markets, we have 2 different types of strategy that we can apply. The first one is called push factor strategy, or in other words, we focus on negative aspect of the domestic market. For example, such as political crisis. This may be a reason for us to look for foreign market for our expansion, because the domestic market has a stability politics or a stable political system. That's why we need to look for other markets, so on and so forth. Another way, another reason, another major drive for international company to look for its expansion in international markets involve the attractive aspect of the foreign market, such as law or income tax, if you like, or tax, so on and so forth. Is it clear, guys? So in terms of boost factor, here are some of the reasons for us to look for our expansion in foreign markets. First, it might be the case that the whole market is saturated or grow with or developing with low growth potential. So it's not on the rise, the domestic market. That's why we need to look for foreign markets. Or we facing intense competition at home. So that's why we need to go for foreign markets for our expansion. And the last reason that we look for foreign markets involve political instability and economic downturn at home. So here are some reasons for us to look for our expansion in foreign markets. Shall we take a break for 15 minutes, guys?
Yes, sure.
Okay, we take a break for 15 minutes, and then I'm gonna go back to discuss this figure. Okay, so see you in 15 minutes after the break. In the meantime, you can check for your first individual assignment results on MS Teams and let me know if you're not happy with this result. You see it, guys?
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Do you know how to calculate your point? We have 20 questions for 10 marks. It means that you're gonna get 0.5 for each correct answer. Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
See you in 15 minutes.
Thầy ơi, em về rồi nha thầy.
Hmm?
Em Nguyễn Thành Lợi á thầy.
Ok, đi chích ngừa lại.
Dạ. Tại hôm nay vắng à.
Các bạn đợi thầy tí xíu. Okay, just a minute, guys. Sorry for that. Are you happy with the result for your first individual assignment? Truly reflects what is going on here. You need to focus on the lecture, on the slide, on the content of this module. It's not a joke, guys. I'm really serious. Okay, shall we continue, guys? Hello. Shall we continue?
Yes.
Okay, so this English figure is illustrate the volume share in the US market for CSD market, including Coca-Cola, PepsiCo, and Dr. Pepper, Snapple. So, what do you think about the US CSD market? By the way, CSD stands for carbonated soft drink. So what do you think, guys?
To basically talk about these three brands, you can see that Coca-Cola or PepsiCo or Dr. Pepper, Snapple. If we are like we try to do a blind test, like we don't know what the brand that we are drinking, and we place the three cup that has that have poured the three drink that, and we don't know which brands are which, and we can simply think that these are the same drink, but after that we know that which one is which. For example, the first one is Coca-Cola, the second one is PepsiCo, and the third one is Dr. Pepper. We can like tend to like the first cup, which is Coca-Cola. So yeah.
Excuse me. I'm asking you, what's your thought about this figure about DUS CSD market? What you can see on the screen, I didn't ask you about blind date test.
Okay. So you can see that the Coca-Cola having a majority of the sales when comparing to PepsiCo or Dr. Pepper.
That's it? What else? This is what we see. Okay, Coca-Cola is holding the majority of market share for the US CSD market. What else? It's the simplest point that we can figure out, but it's not what I'm expecting for. As an international marketer, we need to interpret the results. We need to interpret the information instead of describing what's going on. So what do you see, guys? I'm gonna give a bonus point for anyone who can figure out.
I see the first one is Coca-Cola is dominating the market, and the second one is PepsiCo, and
okay,
they have what
everyone knows that. It's not a surprise. It's not what we say interpretation.
It's a very competitive market and a low growth potential.
Yes, it's a Baron?
I think that so in the volume share in the US market, the Coca-Cola had the highest one, and from 2009 to 2014, we can see that the Coca-Cola increase in the market sale. However, the PepsiCo and the Dr. Pepper Snapple decreased. But no, Coca-Cola and Pepper Snapple increased, but not much, while the Pepsi decreased.
That's it? That's it? What else? If you want to get a bonus point from me, you need to interpret the information instead of describing it.
It's like a very competitive market, and it's difficult for the new brand for others to join the market to get a market share from the US CSD market.
Why you say so?
Because in here Coca-Cola have almost 50% the market share, and other two giant in the CSD market. So it's very hard to join in and get some share in the market.
Yes, it's correct, but why? Why you said that this is a very competitive market, and this is very difficult for new enterprise to enter this market? Why?
Because only 3 of them have about almost 70% of the market. So no more place for the other.
Okay, that's one point, but what else? What can I say? Okay, you guys. Usually as student, you look at the surface of the information, you describe the information instead of interpreting what's behind the information. Okay, I'm gonna have one question for you guys, and who is the first one can give me a correct answer, we get 1 bonus point. Now, this is my question. It is a saturated market or is a growing market? That's my question.
It's a saturated.
Pardon? It's a saturated market. Why you say so? What are the reason for it? What are the reason for your answer?
Because there is no it have a very low growth on the sales and of Coca, Pepsi, and Dr. Pepper. Have a very low growth.
What information show you that the market has very low growth? Okay, you guys, you figure out some good point that this is very competitive market and it's very difficult for new enterprise to enter this market, and you choose to say that this is a saturated market, but which figure or which information show you that is a saturated market?
It's a very straight line, not up line.
Thank you very much. You got 1 bonus point from me. You got 1 bonus point.
Yes, thank you.
What's your name, by the way?
My name is Hoàng Nguyên.
Hoàng Nguyên, you're a good student, Nguyên.
Yes, thank you, Doctor.
Yeah. Thank you for your contribution. Yeah. Yeah, that's the point. If you can see the Coca-Cola, PepsiCo, Dr. Pepper, Snapple are 3 key players in the US CSD market, and look at its growth from 2009 to 2014. You see, all look like straight rows. It's indicating that this market is very competitive and it's saturated. There's no space for these big guys to expand. Is it clear, guys?
Yes.
Yeah, I said Wing. How about other students? Are you with me, guys?
Yes.
Do you see the point? Okay. Yeah. So in brief, I repeat my answer again. The diagram also indicates that the US CSD market is saturated because maximum sales volume for each brand is reached and no more growth is possible. That's what I'm expecting for. So as a result, Coca-Cola must look for international market for its expansion. The first consideration for Coca-Cola is to take into account that involves the political risk of international market. So based on this map, countries with low political instability index are potential markets for Coca-Cola. So as you can see in the figure, for example, like Vietnam, the political instability index can be seen as moderate. So it's not a good option for Coca-Cola, but how about this country? So, you guys, so you can go to the Google search and then typing a political instability index to see which country which had low instability index. Those countries are the potential market for Coca-Cola for its expansion. That's what we already learned. And now I move to pull factor for company to expand its presence in foreign market. First, the attractive foreign market size and growth can be seen as a key factor, such as large population, less intensive competition, and close to the market is another factor that the company needs to take into account in order to improve its channel of distribution and transportation. And other factor that we as international marketer need to look for includes government support for foreign investments, a tax incentive for foreign investment. So in this table, it's illustrated that the statutory tax rate of let's see, the corporate income tax rate of Vietnam is roughly 20%, and the effective tax rate of Vietnam is 39.4%. So it's quite it can be seen as a good country for a foreign for international company to expand its presence in Vietnam. By the way, the effective tax rate is the percentage of income actually paid by an individual or a company after taking into account tax breaks. In other words, the effective tax rate for a corporation is the average rate at which its pre-tax profits are taxed. It's complicated, is it? And based on this table, Asian countries such as Vietnam and Indonesia, Thailand, I'm sorry, are those countries with low effective tax rate and are favorable and can be seen as the country with effective tax rate much lower than China and India. Let's say India. China is for 68%. Meanwhile, India is for 60.6%. So that's another pull factor for a foreign company to look at. Do you understand what I'm saying, guys?
Yes.
The tax rate is very important. And another factor that we need to take into account, another pull factor that we need to take into account involve that the age for a foreign company to open and run their businesses in our country. So in this table, it illustrates how easy for a local entrepreneur to open and run a small to medium-sized business in a country. And it's another consideration of international marketers. This report ranks the processes associated with starting a business, dealing with construction permit, getting electricity, registering property, getting credit, protecting minority investor, paying taxes, trading and cross-border, so on and so forth. So there's many criteria that was taken into account for calculating this point. So Singapore was placed number 2 in the world for ease of doing business. Meanwhile, Vietnam was ranked number 82 this in 2017. So increasing 9 position over as compared to the last year. Yeah, Vietnam lags so far behind, for instance, Thailand and Malaysia, despite a lot of attractive investment policy, including income tax. But we're doing better than our neighbor countries like Cambodia, Laos, and Myanmar. So you can see Laos, Cambodia, Laos, Myanmar. So improve a country is seen as attractiveness if its market is large and growing with little competition. It means that market will bring more profit. And another criteria for selecting a country require us as international marketers to consider the consistency of our competitive advantage in order to avoid strategic conflicts. I'm going to give you an example about strategic conflict. Let's see. Okay, so for instance, Gucci is an Italian luxury brand of fashion and leather goods. So if Gucci expands its international market to developing countries such as Vietnam with low income, should Gucci go for low price to be affordable for Vietnamese customer, or should Gucci go for its high price because it's an Italian luxury brand of fashion and leather goods? So what's your answer, guys? Which one you suggest for Gucci? Do you know Gucci? Have you ever heard of that brand before?
Yes. Bạn có nói thì thầy không có nói giơ tay ra bạn.
The brand Gucci is like famous for its design. Designers are very famous across the world with many collections that are favored by the high standard people all around the world. So they use the strategy of differentiation. They invested a lot in em quên cái từ nghĩa tiếng Anh, nhưng mà cái đó là thiết kế and they use high quality leather, high quality material, so that they can make a difference in the level of fashion, comparing to others brands such as H&M or Uniqlo, which is a fast fashion brand. So that in Vietnam they choose to put the high price on their product to make a difference to other brands.
Okay, so you say that Gucci shouldn't go for a low price to be affordable for Vietnamese customer. Is that what you say?
I think that they target the high income population, so they should then lower the price so to be affordable for the majority of Vietnamese people.
I think Gucci shouldn't lower their price in Vietnam because their customer target in Vietnam is like high standard customer, the famous people who get rich, who very rich, to use Gucci product, and they are better to go to developed country and sell their product with that same price. But in Vietnam, they should keep the price down lower.
Yes. Both got the correct answer for my question. Gucci should not go for a low price to be affordable for Vietnamese customer. Yes, it's true. So I'm gonna give the lady. Is it Castle? Hello.
My name is Trung An.
What's your name?
My name is Trung An.
Trung An. Okay, I'm gonna give Trung An 1 bonus point if you tell me if you give me an answer for this question. So you say that Gucci should not go for a low price in Vietnamese market. So in that case, how it can expression in Vietnam?
I think that Gucci should go like they locate in big city like Hanoi, Ho Chi Minh City, and Da Nang, and their customer is like who are famous and who are rich in Vietnam, such as Ngọc Trinh or like others celebrity that can use their products. Because if for Vietnamese people, they will never buy Gucci product like the normal people with their low income, with like the normal income, they will not buy Gucci product.
I'm going to give you a bonus point. It's a correct answer. It's a correct answer. And that's what we call Gucci should focus on a niche market in Vietnam instead of a whole market. So later on, you're going to get answer for it. But I'm going to give you 1 bonus point, Trung An. It's a very good answer.
Thank you so much.
And the guys, I also gave you 1 bonus point. The gentleman before Trung An.
Yes.
I gave you 1 bonus point for your answer as well.
Oh, thank you, doctor.
Okay, now move on. So, according to Michael E. Porter, in his book Competitive Strategy: Techniques for Analyzing Industry and Competitors, competitive advantage. This term, I'm gonna highlight this. Competitive advantage are defined simply as what makes you better than your competitors in the customer minds. Have you got it? Competitive advantage. So in this regard, so according to the Zurich Strategy Matrix developed by Porter, I'm gonna write his name here. Michael E. Porter is very much a scholar for marketing strategy. So, according to Porter, if we take competitive advantage and competitive score as two dimensions for developing our sales strategy, so we have 4 reference, including overall cost leadership, differentiation, cost focus, and differentiation focus. So 4 reference. If you go for low cost, but you focus on a market, a whole market, and that strategy is called overall cost leadership. Meanwhile, if you focus on low cost, but for a narrow market or a niche market, that's what we call cost focus. Meanwhile, if you go for high cost and for a broad market, we call that strategy is differentiation. And high cost, but for a narrow market or for a niche market, that strategy is called differentiation focus. So back to the previous question that I asked you about Gucci. So if Gucci want to expand its presence in Vietnam, or expand its business in Vietnam. So what do you think? What will be the appropriate strategy that Gucci can go for in this case? Which one? Guys?
I think, sorry.
Yes.
I think the Gucci is focused on high cost and yes, they
focus on high cost. And how about competitive score? Should they go for a narrow market or niche market, or should they go for a broad market? Trung Anh, I'm testing your answer for the previous question. Trung Anh?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yes, I know.
And
how about the score, the competitive score? Which one you choose, narrow or broad?
I think narrow.
Thank you very much. That's what I'm expecting for. Gucci should go for a narrow market or a niche market, focus on high-income customer in Vietnam. So that's the point. So Gucci should choose this one to expand its market in Vietnam. Oh, we don't have time left, so do you want to keep continue, or we stop here and then get back to it? Let's see, next week? No, before leaving, I'm gonna give you a group assignment, guys. Are you listening?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so this is the topic for your group assignment. Do you remember the website that I designed for this module? www.hoangln1.wixsite.com/int marketing. Do you remember this website? Let's go to the website.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. And which one I'm gonna give you? Which one you refer? Okay. Now I'm gonna let you choose your group assignment. Which one you refer? The task number 2 or the task number 3? Task number 2 is about collecting secondary data. We have 2 exercise in task number 2. Meanwhile, task number 3 is about a video case study. And your task is to watch that video and then answer 3 questions. So which one you refer? Number 2 or number 3? I let you choose. Which one? Say something. Which one? Which
we are
one
reading.
Pardon? I'm listening. Let me know which one.
A minute to about the homework.
Okay, now choose first. Choose first. Which one you refer for your group assignment?
I think the number 2 is much easier.
Yes, correct. If you choose homework number 2, then it just take 10 to 15 minutes to finish it. Homework number 3 is it's much more useful than homework number 2. And it's gonna take you nearly half an hour to finish it. So it's up to you. I'll let you choose which one, number 2 or number 3. Guys,
Okay, just wait for 1 more minute.
hurry up. We don't hurry up, hurry up. Okay, what we go for number 2. How about the rest? How about other student? 2, number 2. This is our opportunity for you guys to get a high mark for your group assignment, because your mark for the first individual assignment is quite low. So I'm going to offer you an opportunity to decide your fate. Number 2, okay, so I choose number 2. Okay, so we go for number 2. Done. Number 2. So this is your task. You go to this website and use the data from the WTO to identify the following: the top 10 exporting and importing country in world merchandise trade. And the second question is to identify the top 10 exporting and importing country for commercial services. And then your answer will be a list of country. I'm asking about country, the top 10 exporting and importing country. Be careful with the question. Is it clear, guys? And exercise number 2, please visit the website worldwideweb.bank.org and using the data from the World Bank to answer the following question. First, what is the major role played by the World Bank today? So you just go to the website and look for the information relating to the major role of the World Bank, and then describe one key project of the World Bank. Is it difficult, guys? Yes, no? So I'm thinking about the deadline for your group assignment. When would you like to submit your answer for the group assignment? First group assignment.
Maybe next Friday, Doctor, or the next week.
Are you kidding me? It only takes you 10 minutes to finish this assignment, and you ask for 1 week. Jesus. Okay, it's up to you. I'm going to give you 1 week for this group assignment. So you're gonna have 1 week for the group assignment. The deadline will be on.
Excuse me.
Pardon?
How about present the homework? Are we doing it on the words or the slide?
No, you just type your answer in MS Words. There's no need for the presentation. This is just a homework, group homework, yes. Group assignment.
I get it. Thank you, Doctor.
Okay, I'm gonna show you. If you go to, I'm not sure, is it processes? process? Yes. For homework, do you see? For homework, individual homework or group homework, the answer must be typed in MS Word, and the content does not exceed 4 pages. A4 size, 1.5 line spacing. So that's it. And once you finish, you can submit your group assignment on MS Teams. Send your answer via MS Teams. Is it clear, guys?
Yes.
Yes.
And it's a group assignment. So you need to work as a group, not individual assignment. Is it clear?
Yes. Totally clear.
Okay, good. Will be on 10th of December. Okay, so that's it for today. I'm going to check for your attendance.
Teacher, can I have a question?
Yes, go ahead.
About group member, do we choose personally or you will choose randomly?
My goodness. Why you keep asking me this question all the time? Okay, it's your responsibility to choose your member. So is it clear? And
okay,
each group has 4 to 6 members. It's up to you guys. And this the full address. I'm going to put it here just in case you ask me again. Homework number 2. Is it okay, guys? So the deadline will be on 10th of December. Next week. You have 1 week for this group assignment. And read the lesson carefully. There's some chapters in the lesson. It's not easy peasy, guys. Be careful with it. Okay, I'm going to check for your attendance. Nguyễn Thành Lợi, are you there, Lợi? Is it the ones who asked for
Vaccination?
Yes, vaccination. Okay. Trân Châu hồi nãy có hỏi nói thầy ha. Vắng. Các bạn nào quen bạn Châu thì nói là học bù vào lớp sau để làm kiểm tra nha. Và nhớ ghi lớp đàng hoàng. Rồi, sinh viên thích là nghỉ. Rồi lớp đi học đầy đủ ha. I'm gonna take notes for your bonus boy. Nay ai được điểm cộng? Guys.
Dạ, Hoàng Nguyên
Hoàng
một điểm
Nguyên.
cộng.
Okay, 1 bonus point. Who else? Trung Anh. Mấy cộng em?
Dạ, Nguyễn Thị Trung Anh 1 cộng ạ.
Trung Anh. Rồi, ai nữa?
Bảo ơi, Bảo kìa, Bảo ơi. Thầy ơi, em
Không,
nãy Nguyên 2 cộng lần thầy.
Cái gì em? Ai đọc tên lại, thầy không nghe rõ.
Dạ Nguyên 2 cộng thầy. Sorry Bảo.
Hoàng Nguyên hả?
Dạ đúng rồi thầy.
2 cộng hả Nguyên?
Dạ.
Rồi, ai nữa?
Dạ Quốc Bảo 2 cộng ạ.
Quốc Bảo 2 cộng. Nguyên với lại Bảo rất cố gắng phát biểu nha. Các bạn rất tích cực trong lớp. Còn ai nữa không?
Cảm ơn thầy.
Còn ai được điểm cộng ngày hôm nay nữa không? That's it. So that's all for today, guys. Goodbye for now. I'm gonna see you next week. I'm gonna see you on Tuesday. Bye. Have a nice weekend.
Yes.
Yes, I'm listening.
Nhóm 3 người đâu không thầy?
Sao không tuyển thêm đi, có nhiều bạn chưa có nhóm á em. Em nhận thêm đi.
Em thấy là nhiều người rắc rối thầy.
Không có nhiều người rắc rối, bây giờ nhóm có 3 người rồi, đâu có đủ yêu cầu đâu em. Một nhóm thì đã cho một khoản rồi đúng không, là 4 đến 6 đúng không? Chứ nếu không thì đâu có làm bài nhóm, đó là làm bài cá nhân rồi, một mình làm cho nó khỏe. Hình dung được không? Em nhắn lên trên MS Teams, em hỏi coi có bạn nào muốn nhập nhóm của mình không? Thì phải chịu thôi. Và các bạn lưu ý là thầy có đánh giá làm việc nhóm nha. Lớp. Thí dụ mà thành viên mới đó, người ta không có làm việc đàng hoàng, không làm việc tích cực thì sao? Bạn cứ đánh giá làm việc nhóm, và đánh giá làm việc nhóm sẽ được tính để làm hệ số tính điểm cho bạn đó. Em biết rồi đúng không?
Thầy mình có nên tạo Zalo cho mấy bạn dễ trao đổi không?
Tùy nhóm có thể sử dụng bất cứ hình thức nào liên lạc nhóm để làm việc.
Zalo chung với thầy, Zalo chung của lớp đó thầy thông báo gì cũng dễ.
Thầy cái đó thầy không có can thiệp vô đó ha, cái đó là các bạn tự lập nhóm, hay là tự muốn hay là muốn một cái Zalo cho cả lớp vô để thảo luận thì tùy các bạn. Đừng có chia sẻ bài vở là được rồi, đừng có làm sao mà cuối cùng bài nhóm mà ra nhóm nào cũng nội dung y chang nhau là không được nha.
Dạ.
Rồi còn gì nữa không? Còn ai thắc mắc gì nữa không? Hôm nay bất ngờ quá hả mấy đứa?
Dạ hơi bất ngờ thầy.
7 dọc đường ha. Phải làm vậy cho các bạn tỉnh ngủ, chứ không thôi các bạn ngủ trong lớp riết à. Cố gắng bài nhóm gỡ điểm lại nha. Lớp.
Dạ, còn thở là còn gỡ thầy.
Đúng rồi, còn thở là còn gỡ. Thầy đã cho lựa chọn luôn nội dung của bài nhóm này ha. Mà làm mà còn điểm thấp nữa thì thôi thầy thua ha. Rồi, bye bye mấy đứa.